All right, welcome into another edition of the 2025 MLB Draft Show. I'm here with the youngest player in the 2025 MLB Draft. That would be Eli Willets of Fort Cobb-Broxton, a shortstop. Eli, what is up, man? Excited to talk.
What's up? Good to be here. Excited to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for joining the show. We're kicking this thing off the way that we kick off every episode. Eli Willets, tell us about who you are off the field, a little bit about your hobbies, your passions, your interests, the way that you like to kill time, and then, of course, Eli Willets on the field. What are your best tools? What are your best traits? Why do you love the game?
I'd say my best, what I like to do off the field is just I'm big into hunting and fishing, so I like to do that to take some time. I enjoy hunting a lot just because I get to spend time with both my brothers. That's one thing we do together. It's a kind of a hobby for us. We get to do it together, and since my older brother moved off, he gets to come home every weekend, and we go hunting. So that's what we do to spend time with each other. And I'd say on the field, I'm a guy that's going to give 110%. I'm going to run through a wall for my team and be super competitive. I don't like to lose, and just play hard and have fun most of all.
Okay. How about your best tools on the field? Is there something specific that you think is your biggest strength?
Yeah, I'd say my biggest strength is probably my hit tool. I feel like I have the best hit tool in the class, and it's going to take me a long ways in my professional career.
So, dude, 16 years old, playing for Team USA this summer, and not only playing for Team USA, but excelling with Team USA. You make the shift out to center field when the team is in a pinch for outfielders. Can you just talk to me about what it meant playing for Team USA, and also how easily you were able to make that transition from shortstop out to the outfield, and kind of your ability to play all over the field?
Yeah, it was fun just to be able to with that group of guys, but it really wasn't much of a change for me. My dad's an outfield coach, was a coordinator for the Yankees, coordinated the outfield, so I was always around the drills and stuff. So I knew like what to do. It just took me a few reps in games to get where I could go get the ball pretty good, and my routes were efficient, but it really wasn't a big change to me. It was just more like getting the in-game reps and getting time out there.
So, what do you view yourself as? I mean, do you look in the mirror and say that's a shortstop? Or do you look in the mirror and say, I'll play anywhere up the middle of the field? Like, do you have some pride in a specific position?
Um, I'd say whichever the team needs me the most. But when I look in the mirror, I know I'm a shortstop. I feel like I'm one of the best defenders in the class, no doubt about it. But just my work I put in every day, I do it all on the infield. So I view myself as a long term shortstop coming in the future.
All right, man, I got to get to the question. Most guys that reclassify up into an earlier draft do it because they're going to be like 19 and 3 months or 19 and 4 months. You were going to be 18 and a half for the 2026 draft. You reclassify up to 2025. You're going to be like 17 and 7 months. I mean, really young for this class. Talk to me about your decision to reclassify up and what you think kind of drove that decision.
It was a big decision for me and my family. We talked, prayed about it for a while, but we finally came together and thought it would be a good idea. Just for me being so young, I was already decently young for the 26 class, but
Right.
reclassifying up, getting even younger, is more leverage for me. Not just if I go to the draft this year. If I go to college for 3 years, I'll still be coming out of the SEC with numbers. Hopefully, I put up good numbers in the SEC, and I'll be 20, and those guys get paid pretty good. So, being 20 coming out of the SEC with good numbers would really help me.
I speaking of numbers, I'm the type of guy that combs over data. I comb over anything and everything to try and qualify what a player is. And I've talked about it a lot on my podcast. Dude, for someone your age, playing against guys a year and a half, 2 years older than you this summer, you dominated. I mean, the bat to ball skills, the hit tool, some of the impact that you showed. Does it ever, I mean, do you ever walk into a situation where you kind of fear or worry that you might be a little overmatched, or have you always played up? I mean, shoot, we before you came on the show, we talked about the fact that you played several games against the University of Oklahoma this fall in exhibitions because your dad's one of the coaches there. Are you ever intimidated? Like, talk to me about the way that your mind works.
Yeah, I'd say when I walk on the field, it doesn't matter who I'm playing against or who's on my team. I know I'm the best player in the field, and I like to go out there and show that every day. It doesn't matter if it's Kyson Witherspoon on the mound or it's a guy against my high school team. I'm there to show you that I'm the best player on the field, and nothing's going to take that away from me.
A more pointed question from this summer. I think one of the most impressive things you did this summer, and maybe this is selfish because I was there, was you go through the rigors of Team USA for weeks, and you decide that you're going to try and make it to one day to Long Beach for area code games. You didn't have to do that. I mean, you could have just gone and made your way down to Petco Park for the All-American game. But you do Team USA, then you go to Long Beach, then you go to Petco. How exhausting was this summer, and why was it so important to you to make every stop as humanly possible to get in front of people?
I'd say most of all, just the love of the game I have for it. I just love to play the game. Like not a lot of people know this, but after I got done with Arizona, I came back and played the high school. I drove literally from the airport to the high school field and played a high school game. Not many people know that. I just love to play the game. I'm gonna give it everything I got every day. I feel like if I get the chance to play in the major leagues one day, I feel like I could be the guy that plays 162 games that year. I just love to play the game. I feel like I never get hurt, but it's just mainly taking care of my body. I took care of my body. I feel like I really grew and matured through all that because I was gone and away from home for 40 days by myself. It's gotta be, I gotta be able to take care of my body, eat right, do recovery stuff to make sure I can go out there and give it 100% on the field every day.
What's it meant to have your dad in your corner? A guy that's been around the game, both on the pro side and in the college side for a long time.
Yeah, it means everything to me. Always getting feedback from him. Just know that I got someone in my corner that's been and done what I want to do. So just to be able to have him and him show me, guide me in direction I need to be guided in is awesome.
I like asking guys what sort of adversity they've faced because I think at this early stage in players' careers, a lot of times they've just dominated at every stop. Do you have an example of adversity that you have faced over the last few years and kind of how you've fought through that?
Yeah, I'd say my sophomore fall, coming out from that, it's the first year I didn't get to play with my brother. My brother was on my high school team my freshman year, so I felt like when I came out, I had to be the Superman every day. I was trying to do a little too much. I was out of my approach, so I wasn't swinging the bat as good as I think I should have. I was lonely at times because I used to hang out with all like my brother was my best friend. I used to hang out with all the kids in his class, so they all graduated, and I was kind of lonely for a few weeks, but we grew through it. Figured it out. Prayed. God was always with me, but just figured out how to get through the slump and figured out and finished the year off strong.
Love that. I've said on podcasts, and this is just my 2 cents. I feel like you're 10 pounds away from just exploding in baseball circles. I'm curious what your plan is this winter. Do you have anything specifically carved out in terms of nutrition or weightlifting or any goals? Like, what does November, December, January, February look like for Eli Willets?
Yeah, so I had my agency build a whole workout for me off their sports science department.
Hmm.
It's helping me get stronger basically. So I'm trying to take the body fat. I had a little too much body fat, so I'm trying to take that off and put it back on of muscle. So when I come out in the spring, I'm looking like a different animal.
Do you have any specific weight goals, or are you just going to kind of hit it hard and see where you go?
I haven't really determined like what weight I need to be at to maintain my strength and still be as fast as possible. That takes I feel like something that's gonna take a while to figure for me to figure out just because I'm so young and I haven't finished maturing yet. But I feel like I need to be around the 185 mark, but we'll see where that goes.
Love it. Love everything you bring to the table, man. I'm going to end this with three quick questions out of left field. They're a little bit sillier, but I like kind of having guys show their personality a little bit. Let's talk about your walk-up song. I don't know whether or not Fort Cobb-Broxton affords you the ability to pick a walk-up song, but let's say you play ball for another 22, 23 years. You play till you're 40 years old. Is there a song that today you would be comfortable selecting as your walk-up song for the rest of your baseball career?
Um, no, I wouldn't say it's definitely probably got to be a country song for me. I'm a big country guy, but we don't do walk-up songs at my high school. I've honestly never picked a walk-up song for anything, so I've never really looked into it, but it's probably had to be a country song for me.
What's at the top of your playlist right now? What are you jamming every day?
Ooh, probably some Morgan Wallen or Parker McCollum. Those are two of my favorites.
There you go. Okay, so let's look at the menu. Let's look at that Team USA roster. Okay, I'm sure you guys went out to eat a lot together. You guys were with each other for weeks on end. Um, who's the guy on that roster that you would not trust to order food for the rest of the team?
Definitely Case and Cunningham. He'd be the guy to go. We'll go to a steak restaurant. He'd order chicken with fries. So he's definitely the guy I would not let order on the menu.
Yeah, dude, Kaysen's gonna be on this show soon. I'll make sure to whip it right back at you. Give him a chance to defend himself. All right, Eli Willis, last question. We always end with this. That Team USA roster, who is the one guy, no shot, you're letting him date your sister?
Oh, Slater DeBrun. He gives me some weird vibes sometimes. So definitely him.
I love it, dude. Eli, well, you go take care of that bug that's flying around your face.
I know.
We will see you next time, dude. Good luck this spring. I'm in love with your game. I'm in love with the way that you attack the game itself, and I'm rooting for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.